we'll continue to do this work, regardless of our geographies online, and we continue to be able to help and do what we do even in these times. So, Chaitali, thank you again, and a big hats off to what you're pulling off right now with we, and look forward to more and the discussion. Thank you.
So we will come back to you, Nisha. Next, we welcome Miss Sneha Mehta Shah. She is a V member from Mumbai. A choreographer by profession, Sneha owns her event place named Sneha Kala Kendra, where she fulfills all wedding requirements, entertainment, birthday and anniversary, and various party planning. Sneha has trained more than 15,000 students in last 10 years. She has choreographed many reality shows like Dance India Dance, India's Got Talent, India Ke Mast Kalandar, etc. She has also choreographed dance shows on Sony TV, Sub TV, Star Plus, Colors TV, Zee TV, Big Magic, Zee Marathi, and many more. She is privileged to learn choreography under the guidance of Shamak Davar, Farah Khan, and Geeta Kapoor. Sneha is recipient of many awards like Rex Congo Karambir Puraskar for only choreographer in India to take seniors to all TV channels. Sneha, we would love to hear from you about this particular award, and hope I covered your introduction properly. Did I miss anything? Neha?
Please unmute yourself.
Yeah. I'm a member of, active member of VEE. I joined VEE for a year. I said I'll just be here and I'll leave. But it's so amazing. It's so amazing to connect. And Chaitali as a mentor, she has been so nice that we've really got so much benefits. To talk about the award about the senior citizens, I train all age group, but my forte is seniors. I'm the only choreographer till date in India to take seniors to all TV shows. They have performed in front of Shah Rukh Khan, Abhishek Bachchan, Deepika Padukone, Amitabh sir is left, and I think our respected Prime Minister is left to see their performance. And I am the only recipient of I Congo Rex Karambir Puraskar, which is hosted every alternate year in Delhi, and they provide the protocol of the award is to select people from all over India who give back to the community. They help they don't charge. Firstly, it's not a paid award, and they pick up people from the networks. Like, you don't have to apply; they will approach you. So when they saw my FB post and everything, they approached me, and I was awarded 2017. I was awarded the bronze category, and this year I got the silver medal. So that's my achievement.
So thank you, Sneha. We will come back to you.
Yeah.
So next we have Mrs. Chayanika Bhivaniwala. She is B member from Kolkata. Chayanika is the founder of Self and Beyond, which is a psychotherapy well-being center for integrated healing and therapies. Chayanika is hypnotherapist, EKAA, past life regression therapist, TASSO, inner child therapist, NLP practitioner, family consultation facilitator, access bars practitioners, sound therapist, tarot card reader, and also a member of IMDHA. He also conducts various self-empowering workshops and is a certified Heal Yourself International Workshop leader by Hay House and Louise Hay. So welcome, Chayanika. So how are you doing, and how are things in Calcutta? You need to unmute yourself.
So this is a time of my center, and my teachings. Everything is about self growth, inner growth, and now nature has such things are happening that we are bound, we are compelled to do our inner growth. There's no choice in it. So it's a great opportunity for me to learn new things, learn digital marketing, learn new methods for going inwards, and also practicing it with other people online. So that is what I'm doing right now.
Thank you, Chayanika. Let me welcome our next speaker, Dr. Purnima Prabhu. She's a V member from Bangalore. So Dr. Purnima is a traditional Reiki master. She is an expert in Solian's workshop, which is a healing program. Purnima is also into eco-friendly packaging business. Welcome, Dr. Purnima.
Thank
Dr.
you.
Purnima, I would like
Thank
to
you.
know more about the Solian's workshop and also what kind of eco-friendly packaging business you are in.
Sure. About Solens, Solens is basically soul cleanse. Okay, I'm a Reiki master as well as I've got patients like customers. My clients are right from newborn till 95-year-old was the last person I treated in Canada last year. So anything and everything can be healed if you believe in it, believe in the process. And about Solens is basically to work on your inner wellness, well-being, with your connecting with your inner child. So that is cleansing your past baggage. That is a Solens workshop, basically. And how to live in the present and now, and enjoy your life happily. Be happily. So I do a lot of relieving stress management courses now, especially during this time, during the lockdown time for the corporates I've done. And about my eco-friendly products, I was one among the first in Bangalore to create this vegetable bag, compartment bags with the compartments, cloth bags, replacing plastic bags. And apart from that, I also have done cloth napkins. I'm just showing you here. It's a cloth napkin boss. Instead of tissues, wasting tissues, you can use cloth napkins. What we used to do is all the extras from the bags, instead of sending it for shredding, we want to make one more use of it. So we gave the use of making as a cloth napkins. And I've also done like handbags, which can be used like a shopping bags also. With multi compartments. Usually women prefer multiple compartments, bigger compartments, so that they can suddenly, when they decide for shopping, they can do the shopping as well, using their handbag. So all are eco-friendly products. I used to deal with also bamboo. Currently, I'm not dealing bamboo mugs instead of plastic. And
Thank you.
recently, this book was launched. This is about power of symbols. My dad is a healer again. He's a grandmaster in Reiki. I helped him in releasing this book. It's called Power of Symbols. That's the thing. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity.
Knowing that you are also an author. So
yes. There is one more book which is into publishing. That is Introduction to Reiki on self-healing.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Purnima. We will come back to you.
Sure.
So I would like to ask Rupashri. We would like to know your views on how can entrepreneurship be an opportunity during lockdown?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Entrepreneurship. Not only do I feel entrepreneurship can be an opportunity. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So in two ways. One is, like Chaitali mentioned in the beginning, the number of entrepreneurs that got added to the We group has suddenly increased during the lockdown, right? Which probably means this lockdown maybe has forced people to think differently. A lot of people who maybe were just pulling their jobs, carrying the weight on their shoulders without any passion for it, perhaps during the lockdown got to thinking, what else can I do that not only gets me my livelihood, but also satisfies me. So I guess a lot of that thinking has got instigated because of the lockdown. And in that way, entrepreneurship as an opportunity has probably opened up for a lot of people. And for people who have already been entrepreneurs like us, I feel this whole episode of not only the lockdown, but overall the changes that we are forced to look at, as we were also discussing at the beginning of this session when we were chit-chatting, is it has forced us entrepreneurs to reinvent ourselves, wherein, you know, we have to relook at our businesses. We have to reinvent how we can actually go about it, to restructure our businesses. Maybe there were roles in this businesses, in our businesses that have now become irrelevant or that have become minimized. And perhaps we need to do some kind of a restructuring to ensure that we survive and we function efficiently. Perhaps some new roles may be created because we have to now function in a digital world. So surely restructuring is the second. The third, rejuvenate. You know, maybe because, you know, we may want to look at our businesses in a completely new way. Not only rejuvenate ourselves, but also rejuvenate our entire business. And as the result of all of these three, rise like a phoenix from this particular setback. Okay, and I think that should be our motto. Instead of looking at the negative side of it, of how it has impacted our business, we should look at it in a positive way as an opportunity to reinvent, restructure, rejuvenate, and rise like a phoenix. So that's my view about how we can look at this as an opportunity in entrepreneurship, Chaitali.
Superb. Reinvent, restructure, regenerate, and
rise like a phoenix.
Superb, superb. So Seema, I would like to come to you. What do you really think an entrepreneurship can be an opportunity during lockdown? What is your view on it and why?
Actually, this has been a very big change. Lockdown has actually come as such a big change. You know, when the big change comes, then either you take it as an obstacle or you take it as a challenge. I would say take it as a challenge and make your business go up to the second level. Because if you take it as an obstacle, you're not an entrepreneur. Let's see the existing entrepreneurs, what they did, they went to the digital transformation. So they took up to the blogs, and instead of selling face-to-face, they went online selling. When you come to the other part, that is the job people, and they feared that they would lose their job. What they did is that they started seeing what is their passion, what they're good at. They saw this SWOT analysis, what they're good at, and then this thing is never compromise on the salary. Find those good points and get attached with a big leader or a big person in your industry and collaborate with them. They also need people to develop their marketing business. And the third kind is the companies are looking for the referrals. They want the marketing people. They want people whose communication is good. Become their referrals. Earn the money by becoming their referrals. And reskill yourself on the personal front. Reskill and upskill. There are two things you got to do. Because if you do that, then I'm supposed, like, take an example. If you're a very good fashion designer or a graphic designer or an interior designer, find that person, that leader in your thing, get attached, collaborate. Instead of going to your company and saying, give me less salary and I would like to work. So I think find a new business opportunity in this, and the existing businesses should go digital. They have already gone digital, make more blog, have YouTube channels, because in YouTube channels, you can have a recurring revenue, which will go on even after the post-COVID. We'll take it as a challenge and just meet the challenge, because you don't have any alternative. So if you don't accept the challenge, the next alternative is disaster. So better take up the challenge.
So basically collaborate, reinvent, collaborate with people who are leaders, and definitely restructure yourself, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll come back to you, Seema. I would like to come to Nisha. Nisha, you're a V member since last 2 years now, about 2 years. What do you suggest our V members about entrepreneurship? Whether they should carry forward as a career or not? Let me tell you, Nisha, some members from our group have completely stopped their business. Do you have something to say?
Okay, so the previous two panelists have very rightly pointed out about restructuring, reorganizing. I love the 4 hours Ms. Rupashi shared. It was absolutely amazing. But I'm going to come at this from a slightly different angle, the consumer angle. So why digital and transformation is so important right now is because we are able to reach more people than we ever could. And also at this time, we have a very highly captive and receptive audience. So in fact, we are in the zone of a brand new opportunity. And I also feel, however, that we are all craving for connections, some authenticity. Nowadays, in the past, you could, in the commercial physical world, it was only, this is my product, I am selling product A. I wanted to let your members know that please don't give up, because right now people are looking for comfort, they're looking for new ideas, they're looking for new opportunities, even if it's physical things. Everybody is looking. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to repeat some of that because someone was mentioning my voice was a bit low. So I'm just going to say that we have the opportunity right now because we have a very captive audience and a very receptive audience as we go online. So because of this, this is actually a brand new opportunity to reach more people. So I would tell the ladies who we mentioned had stopped to keep going at it because there's a new opportunity here. And number two, I feel in whatever work we do, people nowadays are resonating with a message. What can you contribute? How can you add value? It's no longer the space of I have product A, B, C, D. It's about now coming into the community and saying, I have something to offer. This product can help you in a certain way. Because everyone's looking for some meaning right now. So I feel like if we operate our businesses, our enterprises from a place of purpose and reach out to the community with a positive message, you're unstoppable. And we've seen so many lovely entrepreneurs, even in this group, do that. And I'm so happy for that. So thank you, Chaitali. That was my 2 cents.
So thank you, Nisha, for giving your wonderful views. Yes, we should be unstoppable. And yes, the new opportunities are there. We have to go out and look out there. So let me come to Sneha. Let me tell you all, ladies and gentlemen, Sneha is a V member right since V was launched. So Sneha, as we know, business is down for many of the entrepreneurs. According to you, what should they do to revive their business? As per your, we would like
Yeah.
to on this.
Yeah, as per my experience, when I'm into event, I am more into wedding event. So I had got a lot of investment for the month of May. I had got 2-3 weddings in my hand, and I had done a lot of investments also. And of course, the weddings were not going to work. My money was stuck up. Still, my money is stuck up. Now, as a working workaholic, I was like literally depressed. For I think 21st, 22nd was the Janta curfew, and after that it was announced that it's going to be a complete lockdown. So from 22nd of March till say 2nd of April, I was literally depressed. Then somewhere something popped up from one of my friend who stays in a very high society, like high-rise society, where I have my dance Bollywood dance workshop. She called me up and she said, "Hey Sneha, we've got the classical dancing on Zoom. Why don't you also start?" So that triggered me. I said, "My God, my competitors are earning and I'm just sitting and I'm getting depressed. Why can't I? Why can't I stand up for myself?" And that made me turned up. And that day, same day, I thought of like, how will I make birthday party? How can I do my birthday party? Chalo, dance ka to option ready ho gaya that I will start taking on Zoom. What about the birthday party? Then I just Googled that a birthday party sitting in the home, and this thing came virtual. Google gave me this. You have virtual birthday parties. Then I Googled virtual birthday party ideas. You won't believe I got 50 ideas. And now the thing is, I have organized 25 virtual birthday parties through Google online in this lockdown. I'm enjoying. In fact, it is so nice sitting in the home and earning, doing nothing, just talking. And thanks to Zoom, they have this 40 minutes ka deadline. So then it gets over in 1 hour. Party is over. And practically, if I'm organizing a birthday party, I have to give my whole day. तो ये तो 1 घंटे में मेरा काम भी हो जाता है और घर पे बैठो, घर के कपड़े में ही मेकअप लगा के बैठो. So easy. I'm enjoying. I'm actually enjoying. So I would really say what Rupa Shri said, what Seema ji said, what Nisha ji said, what Purnima ji said, that you have to focus, you have to rework, you have to think that how you can do your own work in a new way, in a new form. And thanks to Chaitali also, she also motivates us by giving us various options. Whenever we call her up, she also helps us out. So we was also one of the platform from where I got many birthday parties contract and everything. People came to know, and you won't believe. 2 days back in Mumbai midday newspaper, there was an article where I was teaching senior citizen on Zoom. So that article had come that how to it motivated the senior citizen that if you are old, you should not get bored. You should do dancing, learning. So that article was totally on my students. So that magic happened, in fact. So I was very happy.
So Sneha, we would really like to have an online session with your senior ladies.
I'm
They
ready.
do so well.
Yeah.
I'm really privileged to have Seema every time when we have an event. She comes with her, these senior citizens, lovely team group food. I mean, they motivate us.
They
So
are in fact waiting for the next event. We are ready with a very good woman year dance also. But let's see. Otherwise, virtual kar lenge.
yeah, we will do virtual.
Yeah.
So basically, as per Sneha, identify new ideas. Focus on your own business. Identify new ideas. How you can create revenues with these new ideas. So next, I come to Chayanika. I have a question for you. You being a healer, many entrepreneurs are really upset about situations. What do you suggest they should do? Chayanika, you can unmute yourself.
I agree with all the speakers. They've really mentioned wonderful points. And Sneha spoke about depression, her depression, which led to so many things that happened for her. And somewhere it was her optimistic attitude and her open mindedness and her not giving up attitude, which led to everything, right? So I would just like to narrate a very short story. And if I have permission, then I would like to narrate a very small, inspiring story. And the story itself is going to speak about a lot of things. So if I can have your permission here.
Yes.
Instead of mentioning the points one by one, I'm just going to give it as a metaphor. So this story is that of a king who wanted to test his subjects. So what he did, he put a rock on a roadway as an obstruction. And he wanted to see what is the attitude, what is the mindset of all the people who are there in his land. And mostly what happened, the wealthy people, the courtiers, and whoever was passing that way, and that was creating a roadblock. That rock was creating a roadblock. So either they chose to go back from where they came, or they just struggle to, squeeze and go through that way, or they just criticize the king, saying that, oh, he's taken taxes and he's done so, he's not doing anything, and what a stupid person he is, and all that, right? Now, what happens? And the king is hiding behind the bushes. He's seeing everything. He knows all that is happening. And then what happens is there's a peasant who comes with a basket of vegetables on his head, and he sees that rock, and he chooses to remove it. Though he's doing it single-handedly, it's taking him time, but he does it. And when he does it, he finds that there is a purse full of money. And there's a note there which says that you have been rewarded for removing the block. And this purse of money is for you because you are the person who chose to take this as an opportunity to remove the hurdle. So my thing to everybody is, see whether we look at the whole thing as an opportunity for material gain or not. But when we are open-minded, and when we really want to benefit is our life as well as the life of other people, have a good intention, the willingness to work, to carry forward, not giving up attitude, somewhere the universe rewards us. So I think we should just carry on with whatever we are doing, be hopeful about it, not give up. As a healer, as a therapist, as you mentioned, see, the times are depressing. There's a lot of anxiety among people, and the giving up attitude is there. So how can I reach out to masses? Maybe for Sneha, her friend spoke to her, which was the turning point or the healing point in her life, when she just, did not give up and got up and carried on. So maybe as a healer, as a therapist, if I, in the form of workshops, in the form of webinars, I can reach out to people, give them the message that don't give up. The time is challenging, but don't give up. There is something good that is also going to come out of it. You now need to rediscover yourself, reinvent yourself, and see how you do things differently, so that the whole model can go to another level. So yeah.
So basically, we need to do things differently. That's very important.
Yes, and not give up, not give up.
And not give up. Yes, yes. So, Dr. Purnima, I would like to come to you. We would like to know your views on entrepreneurship as an opportunity during lockdown. Whether an entrepreneur must go for an alternative business if he or she gets an opportunity to earn from a side business.
Entrepreneurship is always a positive. I mean, it's a good note, because if you are working for some company, then you always have fear nowadays, especially whether is there a job cut, which is happening now. Again, any recession, again, the job security is not there. Whereas if you are your own boss, then you don't have that fear. But according to me, fear is the biggest virus in the world. One should know how to tackle with that. Corona is nothing against fear. I'm hearing many cases of people dying out of, young people dying out of heart attack, massive attack, suddenly healthy person dying out of stress attack. So instead of thinking about Corona, I mean, my main thing is our focus. We need to see what we have and what we can do different at this stage. Like, for example, take China itself as an example, I should say, where they started it and they have bounced back like anything, and they are now, their GDP has not gone down. They are doing very well, and they are selling, they are sending gloves, mask, everything to everybody. So I was just thinking, at this point, even when you say as a business perspective, what I can do different, which will sell in the market, in my field, especially in this one. I said, instead of use and throw mask, cloth mask, washable again. So we need to be creative again, instead of adding up to the dump, use and throw products, coming out with reusable products. So like that. And when it comes to healing, for me, Reiki can be done distance healing. So I do distance healing now, and people are ready to accept it. So again, when I'm talking from Bangalore, we were always cribbing about traffic. During the lockdown, you should see, we should try and enjoy that roads being so, no traffic, less pollution. Best thing is, what our government could not do and what anybody could not do. The entire earth is rebooting now. We should take it in that aspect. In Delhi, I spoke to a friend in Delhi. They were not able to do anything with the pollution in Delhi. But this period has given them a separate, totally clear sky. I was able to talk to a friend of mine who was telling that earlier, when he peeps in from his balcony, goes out, he can hardly see a kilometer outside. But now he's able to see a bridge which is 17 kilometers away. So we should thank for this kind of situation for us to, and we need to learn from this. Positive, instead of looking at the lack of things, opportunities, we need to think about more and more opportunity, what we can do better during the situation. That's my opinion about it.
So basically, we don't need to fear about anything, and we need to learn and be creative, right?
Yes,
Dr.
yes.
Purnima?
Yes, and when it comes to fear, again, I usually ask some patients, I've seen where they come out with terminal illness like cancer. More than the patient will be positive, more than the patient, their wife or their spouse or anybody, they are so much worried. They are so much tense. So I just asked them one question. Do you know when you die? when you're going to die, you don't know, right? So why think about that and then spoil your present and now? Instead, enjoy every moment, as you go. That's the way you have to be positive. Enjoy every moment of your life. Sometimes I also feel when I see this, when I go on the road, when I drive on the road, I see these animals or the dogs on the road. Animals don't have the thought process, they don't know what is happening also. There is no, they don't know anything about corona or any fear. They are just, they are enjoying their life. Like, they know, they know to live in the now, in the present. Sometimes we need to learn from them also, I feel, because instead of doubting or having that fear and focusing on negative thoughts, we need to be more and more on positive.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Purnima. We'll come back to you. Next, I would have a next round of question with Rupashri. I would like to know from you, what have you done exclusive value add to your business during lockdown so that clients give business to you? What is the new thing that you have done?
Okay, so my business is all about children's education. And like we were discussing when we were chatting is, that these kind of fields where a lot of personal connect is required are very, very difficult to just seamlessly one fine day move into a digital mode of working. Because education specifically, and especially things to do with children, are extremely difficult, because we say that especially in early childhood, children learn through sensorial learning. Okay, multi-sensorial learning is what we talk about. So there are many things that we have taken, and I'll try and sum them up in a way that possibly people from every field can relate. Okay, because finally these all problems and their solutions are actually transferable to any business. So the first thing I feel is that if you're going to do any kind of value add in your business, you need to be tuned to the problems of your customer. And for that, you need to be constantly connected with them. You need to have a dialogue with them in whatever way possible. So for example, if now today my customers are parents, what is their mindset right now? What are they going through? What are the problems they are facing? It's very important for me to know what value add I can give them. It's important for me to know what they are facing first. So, whatever their concerns are, for example, increased digital screen time for my child was a major concern. How will I engage my child? How will I work while my child is around me? The school might give me a lot of things to do at home because teachers can't do it. And how will I manage it along with my work? So when we restructured our curriculum, and of course we had to restructure our entire curriculum, which means, the 8 years of work that we have put in to design a fantastic curriculum, we had to restructure it within a month's time. And of course, it meant a lot of effort to be put. But before that, a lot of understanding of what the problems that the customers are facing. And I think if you are tuned, if you keep that communication dialogue open with your customers, ask for their inputs, you can have a beautifully value-added solution, even if it means you have to stash aside whatever you've been doing for many years and completely redo everything or completely reinvent. I think you must be open and willing to do it. Secondly, we have to now train our customers how they can also cooperate with us. They may not know exactly how to cooperate with us. Now, for example, for children, there are activities we're expecting parents to do at home with the kids, because we as teachers, we have a limit of how much we can do with them. Then we need to train them on the objective behind each activity and why we do it and how they can do it. So we have to give them the tools and techniques and the training for it. Of course, the third thing we need to do is renegotiate our own boundaries, the methods in which we work. If we have been saying, hum bilkul bachon ko screen nahi dikhayenge, now we have to renegotiate our boundaries. हम बोलते रहे कि स्कूल टाइम में ही आपको टीचर्स के साथ बात करनी है. We have to renegotiate our boundaries. I'll just give an example. Both parents are police inspectors. We have to respect the fact that they are slogging out there to protect us. If that mother calls me at 11 o'clock in the night, I need to answer her. Okay, because it's a need. I need to be empathetic towards her needs, understand her needs, and service her, because she's logging out there for me from 8 o'clock in the morning till 11 o'clock in the night. So I have to renegotiate my boundaries. I think we all need to extend our empathy and renegotiate our boundaries that we had earlier set. Okay, we may still need to set some new boundaries in order to function effectively, but we have to renegotiate them. And of course, the value addition to the customer cannot come until we do a lot of value addition to our own employees as employers as well. Okay, I mean, some of us work individually, in which case we have to, you know, like I think Seema was rightly mentioning, we have to reskill and upskill ourselves. And if we are not functioning individually, we have to reskill and upskill our staff. So for us, we had to retrain our teachers completely. Some of them have been wonderful teachers, but completely unsavvy as far as technology is concerned. But we had to teach them everything from scratch. And touchwood, I feel teachers have been absolutely fantastic. They are responding to it like warriors, and they're doing whatever it takes to make sure that this works seamlessly. So I think these are the things we have been trying to do in our business. And I think to all of the businesses, conceptually, these changes will apply. That's it from my side, Chaitali.
Superb, Rupashri, wonderful. Seema, you are also an educationist. Since you counsel students to join universities abroad, what is the new opportunity you are giving to your students during this situation? I'm sure you must have faced a lot of issues. How do you overcome them?
Yes. You know what? My universities on themselves, they have taken a lot of good initiatives. For example, they have changed the way of teaching. The learning techniques have changed, and they have now come into the blended learnings, which means that the students will have face-to-face classes very less. But even though they are in UK, they will have the online classes. The lectures are also recorded. Now, there are some courses like engineering courses and physiotherapy, which you have to have the laboratories. So there they will introduce the face-to-face. Another thing is my universities normally used to come down here and tell the students about the courses themselves as well, besides us. Now they have stopped doing that, and that's more on the webinars. Now, as far as my organization is concerned, as a representative of these 45 universities in India, I do a lot of career counseling, choice of course, choice of universities, what career to follow. This all has taken now in the shape of Zoom calls, WhatsApp, teleconferencing. Even my employees are working remote because it's more safer, you see. And the client they do come and meet me, but once in a month, and total meetings not more than 3. We have to put that, you know? The face-to-face I'm talking about. And then all documentation, the visa work, everything is done by my staff, even accommodation booking by remote, like taking them on the digital, again using the digital medium. Secondly, we have to see that our students, our clientele are the students, they are full of anxiety at this point in time. Because they keep asking me, ma'am, can we go in September? Can we take that session? Or will our session be missed? So such anxieties are best dealt if you keep replying to them very fast. You know, the queries of the students, whatever time X amount we used to take earlier should be cut down to half, or even, you know, less than half. We should respond to the students very fast to cut down their anxieties. Universities are doing another very good thing. They are skilling the students with the soft skills, you know, the leadership skills, time management, stress management. They're giving all these free of cost classes to the students. How is Indian education is slightly different, a lot different than the UK. So they're teaching them also how to do assignments and the way of module online much before they join. Now all this is given to them absolutely free of cost. So these are some initiatives we are taking to keep our students engaged. The fast replies, the free classes, the free trainings, and well, you know, we are even offering internships to the students, which is a very good this thing, because they get an exposure. Internship again is done remotely nowadays in the company, but they're getting a lot more exposure So in the end, they are not feeling that they are missing something because we are providing something new, which was not there. This is blended learning is a very good USP, which UK universities are very fast. Indian universities will also do this, but they will take a lot more time to do it. But the response time of UK universities, I really appreciate. And even the campus, they're taking good care that, the very smaller number of classes, like smaller number of students in a class, the distances are maintained. Now, students are again gaining because the staff-student ratio has become excellent. So they're getting more attention. The course curriculum has not changed. That is another plus.
Okay. See, we have a lot of people raising hands. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll come back to you. You can put your questions on chat. We will take one by one questions later on after we finish this panel. So, Nisha, coming to you, we would like to know what challenges you faced during lockdown and what is that unique thing you did to get your business?
Yes. Number one challenge is, I think, for me, I had to relocate. And also with the, where I am right now, there is a lockdown or a version of lockdown. And being in the therapy space, I think some of the esteemed panelists over here have also spoken about it in their professions. There's some professions where having a personal interaction is very important. So I feel what we have to learn and do at this time is be open to this idea called pivot. We need to be able to pivot and respond to change. So you have one option. You can say, no, okay, I'm not going to be able to do this, shut shop and move away. And that's fine. Some people have had to do that. But if we are just open to pivot or to move in a different direction, the opportunities are endless. So for me, I had to personally, some of the work that I was earlier doing, I had to stop it because the kinds of sessions I was doing did require me to be in the personal space with somebody else. But I wasn't willing to give up. I still wanted to continue to do the work that I did and to continue to be able to reach out to the community. So this is where the second thing that comes in that's really important is we need to reassess and reevaluate. Okay, maybe I could not do what I was doing earlier. But what can I do right now? So, as Shefali mentioned a little bit earlier, and I think Ms. Rupashi and some of the other panelists have also mentioned that this is a very good opportunity to look for ways to collaborate. If you have a missing piece, how can you work with other people to collaborate to continue to do what you want to do? So I've actually collaborated with a team out of Dubai, and we're now starting to develop mental well-being programs that can actually reach the community on a wider scale. So while I may not be able to do exactly what I used to do, I'm still continuing the essence of my wellness, my company, in what we were looking to do. So pivot, be open to changing, and be open to re-evaluating your own offerings and how you go about it. And the last thing that we need to do at this time, and I think it's so important in this time that we are in, to be compassionate. I know the speakers have also mentioned this, but I think I would love to repeat this idea that we need to be compassionate to ourselves. And we need to be compassionate if you're working, if you have employees under you, to the employees you work with, and most importantly, to your audience, to the people who are your customers, to the people who are reaching out to, because you never know, in this global landscape, anybody can now be your customer. So what we also started doing was I started doing a live series for free on Instagram. I keep putting it up on the We page. It's called Real People, Real Problems. I'm doing this simply as a way to show up with a colleague of mine to talk to people about what are you struggling with right now. Is there a way, we can help and support you at this time? And honestly, as we build this community and this support structure, we're not just helping ourselves, we're helping the community. You realize that when we work towards the positivity of not just ourselves and others, you will definitely 100% grow. So that's my 2 cents worth, but lovely again hearing from so many amazing people here doing this wonderful work. Thank you, Shefali.
So thank you, Nisha. So I would like to know from Sneha. You already said that you faced a lot of challenges. So I would like to know what is that exclusive new thing that you have come up with?
It's not new, in fact, but it is something something which I was not aware about it. Like in this time, obviously many of them are going through financial crisis. And in this, if I sell my product, I will look like a seller. And I always had a impression of a good person. You know, a event person is always like a family member. Whenever we go for a wedding event and whenever we take meetings, we talk, and they also say that it's like your wedding. You please plan it as if it is your wedding. So they consider us like a family member. And in this time of crisis, when if we sell product, so it looks bad. So what I did I kept on marketing my brand, and like as Nisha ji said, I also started Zoom classes free of charge. I started initially for 1.5 months when people were literally lost. They were not knowing what to do. क्या करे, घर में बैठ के बच्चों को कैसे control करे. Mothers were tired, fathers were tired, everybody was tired, even children were tired. So I started taking classes free of charge. But on my marketing page, there was always marketing going on. And it was like that people just should remember that there's a brand called Snehakala Kendra wedding event. That's it. I was not trying to sell my product. And then gradually after 15th of May, I started charging, but it was very nominal, 250, 300 rupees per month. It was very easy, and it was very good for me also. So that is the way I stayed in the hearts. People remember me. Whenever they think of a birthday party or whenever they think of joining some dance class, I'm the first priority. That's what I get.
The important is be visible,
Yeah,
reach out to people, reach out to people, and have innovative ideas, create new things.
Exactly, correct.
So Chainika, I would like to know from you, as there are a lot of competition in your field as well. How did you manage to run your business successfully during lockdown? You can unmute yourself, Chainika.
So here I would, so Nisha and I think myself, we are into a similar kind of a profession where the work that we do requires the clients to be physically present. So because it is therapy work, it is very deep work. Counseling can be done over the phone or over the Zoom classes, but therapy work requires the person to be present, right? So we are not, maybe I don't know about her, but for me, therapy work is not as efficient as it can be when a person is physically present. I understand, the client also understands that, because there's a lot of emotional release that happens and a lot of insights, and a lot of the physical presence has to be there. Everything is, sometimes touch is also required. But what I am doing right now is I'm creating YouTube videos, I'm writing an ebook, I'm reaching out to the masses. It's like, okay, don't give up. At least, okay, it is a challenging time, but don't give up. I'm also not giving up. I am there. Things will improve. It's the hope that is getting instilled in the people, because as Purnima mentioned about fear, fear is the worst thing that can happen. People will not die out of corona, but more people will die out of fear if that thing is not taken into account. So, and that is also a very important role where a therapist can do something, to reduce the fear in people, and that can be done. So things like those things that can be done online, webinars, Zoom classes, those things, I am also honing my skills to learn all that. I was not very digitally efficient, but now I'm learning. I'm learning digital marketing. I'm honing my skills in my profession also, so that I can do it in shorter time and have more impact when I do it over the phone or online. So all those things are happening with me right now, and building connections with more and more people. So there's a time to build connections, reach out to them, so that they know we are there at least. So if there is anything, we are there.
That's true. This is a real time that we are not able to connect to so many people, our relatives as well, our far off relatives. This is the time, connect them. This is very important.
Stay connected. Stay connected. Physically you cannot connect, but emotionally, mentally you can. So I think that is very important.
So thank you, Chainika. We will come back to you. Dr. Purnima, I would really like to understand from you, how did you carry your packaging business during lockdown? What What is that extra unique thing you did to get back your clients?
What I did was, we deal with a lot of NGOs, and also we deal with this laborers. So what we did is in fact, before the lockdown itself, we were giving them the material to their house, and we had provided them the sewing machine. So it was easier for them. They need not come. There were only 10 tailors who used to come to the unit, and then they used to do. But otherwise, we were able to, for them also, we managed to give that requirement to handle it from their house. And luckily for our good thing, Danzo is working, so we are able to collect and move around. So it didn't affect much. We were focusing more on these napkins and masks, those products which are fast moving than the bags. Yeah, there was a down in that particular business, yes. But again, people who were not having who had to go to the factory and work, they had a problem. In our case, it helped us. Maybe, I don't know, blessing in disguise. I think we were prepared before itself. We had given them those machines, so we had to just give them material and collect it. So yes, personally, we were not able to meet them, and we cannot explain to them on what exactly we need. So what we used to do is, get a sample and then send it to each person and tell them this is the way we need it. So that's how we manage that part of business. About the healing, as I said earlier mentioned, I'm more into counseling, into Reiki, energy healing. I started more of distance healing, where people who had the mindset that no personal appointment is only required, personal touch is required, they need to personally see physical face to face. Now after this, usually sometimes life will teach you if you don't learn other way. So this time I think Corona has taught everybody how to accept ourselves, with the online platforms, and how to learn, how to adapt to the online platform. This way I'm going global, more global, I should say. I got new people from New Zealand, I got new people from UAE, and even from Saudi for my healing. So again, word spread. So I'm looking at the positive side rather than seeing at the negative side. Yes, I love to hug people. I miss all those things, that hug and touch, because all my classes. But if I see the other side, when they spoke about cost, like she spoke about the cost. I used to do workshops in hotel banquet hall. The charges were a little high, like because we have to take into the fact the banquet charges, the food charge and everything. Now it is more healthy. They need not come. Online class, very less price, affordable price. And at the same time, they are having their own food with their family. You are having with your family. So more hygiene, as well as they're getting more stuff with a less amount to spend. Yes, hotels are affected due to this. Their business is affected. They need to again think how best they can increase the hygiene factor, how to make get people trusting them. See, everything is in mind. I feel human body is really very powerful. It can deal with anything and everything. So if it's all depending on your thought process, what you think is what you get, what you feel, what you get, that's the vibe you share with others. So if you're positive, then you deal with positive people, right?
So thank you, Dr. Purnima. Must say that this is a really great opportunity for we also, because I would like to say that we have a lot of interactive sessions with all India. So like Seema is coming from Delhi. You yourself, Purnima, last 2 years we know each other, but for the first time we are seeing you. So people from Singapore are able to join. People from Kolkata, all the places people are able to join and interact with each other. Seriously, this is a very great
One
opportunity.
more thing I wanted to say here is during this lockdown, many people have got in touch with their very old friends, with their classmates, schoolmates, and even they spent more time on a video call with their grandparents, which is a good thing. Great grandparents, you know, which is happy moments online they were spending. I have many friends group where every time when we decide to meet, somebody or the other will come out with no, they are busy and all the stuff. But when it came to lockdown period, everybody were online. They wanted to spend that time, so it was good.
I would like to say something regarding the thing, Purnima ji. When I started my senior citizen Zoom classes, so they don't have tab, they don't have iPad, they don't have anything. So they used to take the classes from that mobile.
Mobile, yeah.
Yeah. So with specs, it was very difficult for them. Secondly, everything is in English. So some of them, they don't even understand what is mute, what is unmute. So they started connecting with their teenagers, yeah, like their granddaughters, their grandsons. And it was the best part because the grandchildren, they did not have time to spend busy in their classes, studies. So this was a very good thing. So they used to tell me that we are enjoying because they are sitting next to us, they are teaching us. And in a lifetime, it's like it's going to be a memory because always they have taught the grandchildren. Now first time they are learning from them, so it's a good experience for them. So I think we should take this thing very positively.
Yes.
Thank you, Sneha. Thank you, Dr. Purnima. So now we come to the last round of question, and then we will take up questions with the attendees. So Seema, I come to you. I would like to know, do you think it is important to attend different webinars? I would like to have your concluding message to our entrepreneurs.
I realized the values of the webinar with this lockdown, and it is very valuable because the person who's speaking and you're listening to some person, he's usually an expert in the field. Perhaps he belongs to Fortune 500. So you're sharing his knowledge, his experience, his challenges he faced, his success stories, all coming to you without having to do anything. I mean, you're not spending any money, you're not spending any time researching, you get a ready-made thing. And how do you get this ready-made thing? Sitting at home or maybe sitting in your office cabin. So I think this is one very big benefit of it. Secondly, there are some webinars I've attended and they are participative webinars. They make the audience participate. They divide the audience in groups and then they put them into the rooms. So that way you get two things. You get a chance to learn. So when you learn that way, that learning remains forever. And secondly, you can build up the networking over there. And the third important thing which I've seen is whatever takeaways you're taking away from that expert or a knowledgeable person, you're carrying it back to the company. So your value in the eyes of your boss and your company increases because you're taking all those latest updated trends which you have heard from there to your company and applying over there. Right? It is as good as training your staff free. And more so, I feel that they are very useful actually. Participative ones are very useful and there's no geographical locations. I mean, you can attend a webinar which is happening in US. So you have crossed all those boundaries, which were without the lockdown, it was not possible. I feel.
Thank you so much, Seema. Hello.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Seema. So Nisha, I'll come to you. I would like to know how important is it to attend different webinars and concluding message from you to our entrepreneurs.
Sure. So I would echo what Seema is saying. It's a very good learning opportunity. In fact, in my line of work, what happens is a lot of the courses and programs, they are very costly, and usually attending a real live session or webinars from a lot of these trainers and professionals in the field can be a very expensive affair. But a lot of people right now are offering their courses, their trainings really reasonably. So it's also a great time to learn and to upskill yourself. And also when it comes to webinars, I feel another beautiful thing is that you also learn about, again, I'm going to re-echo this point, learn about what's happening right now, the audience, learning about the market. Once you acquire this knowledge about what is happening in the world, get to know the latest trends, you are in a better position to show up and serve. And I think that is also my concluding message, that at this time, it's important to learn, and it's also important to see how best you can position yourself as an entrepreneur to show up in the community. So thank you, Chaitali, for that.
Thank you, Nisha. So coming to Sneha, I have a question for you. I come across
Yeah.
many comments whenever I request people to join in for seminars. They say, "I know everything." What do you have to say to them as a concluding message?
Before attending, I'm not a webinar person because I'm totally into creative arts and music. Sitting on a chair and listening to someone is a headache. It was my thought previously. I was also not so much interested in webinars. Webinars क्या होता है? बैठ के खाली सुनने का. You know, that was my thought also, and I think many of the people must be thinking like that. I attended one of the webinar. It was very exciting. The tagline was very nice. How to increase your Insta followers. Now that's like relishing an ice cream, tasty ice cream. So Insta followers बढ़ाने का chance है तो. And that was a free webinar. I said, चलो, let me try it. Let me attend. I attended it. It was 1 hour webinar. जबरदस्ती 1 घंटा बैठ के मैंने किया वो webinar. And then the master gave us certain tips like how to increase the followers, how to increase your likes. Within 1 hour, if you want at least 15 likes, you should do this. I took it and I implemented. After 2 hours, I just posted something. And to my surprise, in half an hour, I got almost 25 likes. So I said, my God, this is interesting. And then it took me, I started taking interest and I started attending webinars. And like, I feel like college में भी मैंने इतना पढ़ाई नहीं किया होगा जितना ये 2 month में webinars attend किया है, notes बनाए. So I think they are really interesting. You should attend all the webinars and from start till the end, because knowledge is like an ocean and you have to just take it. Learn. Webinar has taught me so much. I'm evolved as a new person now, you know, from a creative arts to a knowledgeable person. That is what I can say about myself.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Sneha. I come to Chayonika. Now, how important is it to attend different webinars and why? Chayonika?
You're on mute.
On mute.
You need to
I'm sorry.
unmute.
Yeah. So see, because of the lockdown, we are not able to go out. We are not able to attend seminars and conferences and educational classes and all that used to happen. So webinar is the new socializing right now, you can say. It is a new system of education right now. It is a new way to connect right now. BNI में it is said, जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. So this is also the way of showing up. How will people know that you exist because you can't go out? Phone में कितना बात करेंगे? But when you are in a webinar, it is so much of sharing. It is so much of learning. There are so many point of views. We are discussing, we are debating, we are arguing with each other. Things are coming out of it. New ideas are coming out of it. We are coming to know what is happening in the world. Otherwise, I don't think it will be possible. Now, if anybody asks me, is your life possible without Zoom? No, the life is not possible without Zoom. 3 days, 4 days, जैसे WhatsApp चाहिए, जैसे phone चाहिए, जैसे Facebook चाहिए. Now I think it is more about Zoom. Not even Facebook, not even Instagram. It is about Zoom now. It has become so important now. It is the new learning. It is the new norm now. That is, I think, what is.
Thank you, Chayonika. Same, Dr. Purnima, what is your view on this? I mean, why we should attend webinars? Because I do get a lot of, people say, I know everything, yaar. मेरे को नहीं चाहिए webinar. I know. I mean, I really don't understand. I mean, I really don't understand why. I mean, probably learning is. I mean, it's always there is new learning in every way. So
there's no age for learning.
Yeah.
One can learn from a small child, as well as from elderly person, within any age group and any time. Every day it's a learning. As Jack Ma of Alibaba, he said, you can't wait for making a mistake and learning from your mistakes. So instead, you learn from others' mistake, other stories. So webinar is a beautiful platform, I should say, that where you get to hear many stories, many successful stories, which is motivating, especially, and how they have come up, how they didn't give up. Like even in this panel now, many people would have definitely gone through a stage where they were almost likely to give up, but they fought that situation and they came up with life. So it's really motivating for us, these webinars. And what I learned from this webinar is more and more how to, one is learning in case if I miss out. So that's why I asked you also if this session is recorded, because I know Zoom has that option. I learned even recording, how to do the recording. This is a new thing. I'm also into video editing and recording and all. I'm learning through Premiere Pro. So I'm creating my own videos, my own recordings. All the sessions I'm learning, I record it. So that, you know, if I don't miss out, it's like sometimes when you read a book again, you will get to know, say it might be the same book, but you will get more and more information, more points, what you are looking for. Like that, if you watch a movie more than twice, sometimes I see certain webinars, even the recorded session, I see this person said something, you know, instead of, I would have missed out in writing notes, no notes writing, all virtual now. So recording, that's again a benefit of all this webinar session, I should say. Thank you so much.
Chaitali, I would like to add one more thing.
Yeah.
Is that, you know, you can also see the strategies what your competitors are following. And,
Very
you know,
true.
yeah, and then how they are building up the best practices of the industry. From that point of view, it is very important that you keep yourself with the updated trends and to know what your competitors are doing and what your customers finally want and what you are not doing.
So you mean to say that as a business person, it's very, very important to
Yes.
go for various webinars.
Yes, definitely. You know, in fact, I would go to the extent of saying that for your employees, if you, apart from webinars, you should encourage them to use a part of their office time. You know, nowadays companies are monitoring how much of time they are taking in the office while working from home. Give them some time to do a free online training. There's so many portals, you know, edX, and, you know, they can do their free trainings and upskill themselves, not only in the relevant field, but give them time to do time management, leadership skills, psychology, photography. They feel happy. You are not spending anything to the organization because it is available free on edX portal and even Harvard Business School portal. But on the other hand, your employees are happy because you're giving them the office time to do that. That could be another thing which you can take care of your employee engagement.
I just would like to add one point. We need to see how creative we can make even these webinars. Like, you know,
Yes,
instead
exactly.
of sitting and watching,
We can make
to do some fun events, like, you know, ice breaking, make everybody stand, okay, do some action or sing, and then come with the actual event process. So that that will be icebreaker for people. That's a stress breaker also, stress removing exercise.
I would like to add one thing to this, like what Purnima ji said. As a dance teacher, I always had to take, I always needed edited videos, and for that I had to rush to a editing studio. I used to invest a lot of money every month, but in this lockdown, I actually learned how to do editing video from my iPad, and now I'm saving money also, and I'm enjoying that process. So webinars, they are not only increasing your knowledge, but they also increase your bank balance, in
Very true.
simple words.
Yeah. It's another way of, it's a new strategy, you can say.
Yeah.
Coming to
Saving money.
Rupashri, I have a request for a concluding message to entrepreneurs, followed with few lines of any song, and then we take a few questions from our attendees. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, Rupashri is my school friend. She is an all-rounder. She is a singer, she was an actor, and lot more. A very good student. I mean, best students, I must say. Rupashri, over to you.
Yeah. Fantastic points about the webinars. I completely agree with all the panelists and just endorse all the opinions. Webinars is, like we say, a lot of things happen when people meet people. And actually, this is now the new way, as Chainika mentioned, this is a new way of meeting people now. So there's no way you can miss out on it. It's important to be part of a community. Even whether it is to know what your competitors are doing, whether it is to just be connected to know the new market trends, or just for educating yourself. I think you learn a lot when you are part of the community, and this is a new way of being part of community. And frankly, it will go beyond the lockdown, because time travels only in one direction. Time does not travel in a reverse direction. Whatever changes are happening in this COVID situation, a lot of them are probably going to stay for a very long time. So I think we better get used to it now and just accept it with a lot of positivity. And of course, webinars are a fantastic way of pursuing your passions as well, which earlier you had excuses like we don't have the time, commuting mein itna time jata hai, kaam mein bahut time jata hai. Ab to ghar baithe you can just log into a webinar and stay connected with your passion as well, which is a great chicken soup for your soul. And I'm sure Chainika would agree that it is one of the great ways of fighting depression is to pursue your passions, right? So yeah, so please do that, everybody. And the last message through the song. So I'll sing this song from Swadesh because it gives a very positive message. Yeah. And it kind of resonates with everything that we've discussed today, all the panelists here. यूं ही चला चल रही यूं ही चला चल रही कितनी हसीन है ये दुनिया भूल सारे झमेले देख फूलों के मेले बड़ी रंगीन है ये दुनिया. So yeah, there is a road which we have to walk. Awesome, we can't escape it. And let's not look at the jhamelas. Let's look at the focus on the positives. I guess that sums up what we all said today. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. It was great listening to all of you.
I would like to have some questions. If anybody has any questions, please write on the chat box. Or you can unmute yourself and ask. Any questions?
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
This is Rekha Jain.
Yes, Rekha.
I have recently joined this V group. This is my new group. I have recently joined it. I was told by Vaishali Parekh about this webinar. This is my first webinar.
You're from Kolkata?
Yeah, I'm from Kolkata only.
Okay, good to see you.
Yeah, literally, I was listening from the beginning, and it is too much motivating. Seeing you, listening to you, it is very much motivating. Like hearing, I've written the points also. Many points I've written. Like this corona thing has. This is the biggest virus and all. This has like geared up me with many fear, and like we are going through a lot of stress. But this webinar, like it teaches us from Rupashri ma'am and Seema Malhotra ji, Dr. Purnima, like and this Sneha ji, she seeing her a dancer. My hobby is also to do dance.
Wow.
But I have just left it because I had no time to do this. As
If you want to pursue, you can connect me through Zoom. I have Zoom online classes.
Okay, but in this lockdown period, like as all of you have said that we can continue with our hobbies and all. I have a store also in Kolkata, so I am just doing there my entrepreneurship. So this is like Chaitali ma'am. Thank you so much for connecting us with so many people, and Vaishali ma'am. And this Rupashri ma'am is too good in singing song. Too good.
What's your question, Rekha? I would like to know what
my question is like this fear. Some of you has told about the fear. fear thing. But what happens to me is like whenever sometimes I am very much positive, but and the another moment I get so much distress about after listening to this somebody is occupied with this virus. Okay, so where I am working now, many people are occupied with this virus. Like 4 to 6 people are occupied with this virus. We have to shut down the business since last 3 to 4 days. And this last 3 to 4 days has become so like negative thoughts are coming in my mind. So how to remove these negative thoughts? If anybody can help me, like say,
Any of the speaker, one of the speaker, please help her.
Sure. Rekha ji, hello.
yes,
Yeah. Are you able to hear me clearly?
yes.
Yeah. So, Rekha ji, all I want to say is I'm very sorry that you're in this situation. I know it's unfortunate. We've been hearing stories as well of people right now who are in a lot of distress. I think all I would say to you, just for starting, is that the negative thoughts are normal. तो क्या होता है ना, काफी बार कि हम सोचते थे कि नहीं, पॉजिटिविटी मतलब 100% हर टाइम हर वक्त पॉजिटिव रहना चाहिए, पर ये क्या है ना, ये ऐसे मुश्किल वक्त में इट्स नॉट इजी, और हम लोग ये फाइट टू पॉजिटिविटी में भूल जाते हैं कि कभी कभार डर लग जाता है, कभी कभार स्ट्रेस हो जाता है. सो द फर्स्ट थिंग यू कैन डू इज, मुझे इस वक्त स्ट्रेस हो रहा है, मुझे डर लग रहा है, मुझे एंड सम पीपल माइट इवन से कि मुझे गुस्सा भी आ रहा है. इट्स ऑल ओके. आपको जो भी इमोशन उस वक्त फील हो रहा है, अगर आप थोड़ी देर के लिए जस्ट से इट्स ओके, ये मेरी फीलिंग्स हैं एंड इट्स ऑल राइट, आप ऑटोमेटिकली देखेंगे इफ यू आर नॉट फाइटिंग विद दोस फीलिंग्स ना, एंड यू जस्ट अलाउइंग देम टू बी कि ये मेरी फीलिंग्स हैं, ठीक है, अपने आप थोड़ा थोड़ा करके वो शांत हो जाएगी. और उसके बाद फिर आप कोशिश कर सकते हैं, जस्ट वेरी सिंपल थिंग्स यू कैन डू इज, छोटी छोटी, अगर आप थोड़ा एफर्ट लें, छोटी चीजें अगर आपके जो एक्चुअली अपॉर्चुनिटीज बन सकती हैं, या कुछ भी पॉजिटिव, हम वो एक एटीट्यूड और ग्रेटिट्यूड की चीज होती है. इट्स अ वेरी सिंपल थिंग कि आपके दिन में अगर चाहे 4-5 बड़ी बुरी चीजें हुई हुई है, अगर एक या दो अगर छोटी चीजें जो अच्छी गई हैं, it's home, we're grateful, we're still with our family, I'm still able to go to work, थोड़ी चीजें कि I'm still in a better place, I'm in okay health. अब छोटी छोटी पॉजिटिव चीजों पे अपना अटेंशन शिफ्ट करने लगेंगे, आप थोड़ा सा बेटर फील करने लगेंगे. बट आई वुड जस्ट से टू यू कि दादा, हम अपने स्ट्रेस के बारे में स्ट्रेस हो जाते हैं, वो और भी प्रॉब्लम हो जाती है. तो डोंट फील बैड अबाउट इट, डोंट फील स्ट्रेस्ड अबाउट फीलिंग नेगेटिव. It's okay to feel the way you're feeling. Chayanika, I think you might have something interesting to add as well, so jump on in.
Yeah. So what Nisha said is absolutely right. Acknowledge your feelings. Don't resist them. Don't fight with them. They are coming for a reason. And sabke saath ho raha hai ye cheez, so it is completely fine. Acknowledge your feelings. If it is coming to you, acknowledge them. But yes, what is it that you can do about it? That is what is important. How you respond to it, that is what is important. So see, you can do two things here. You can react to it, you can respond to it. Response में आप क्या precautions ले सकते हो? आपको बाहर निकलना है, मास्क पहनना है, सैनिटाइज करना है, स्पेस सैनिटाइज करना है. So even if the fear is there, let it remain there. Doesn't matter. Don't fight it. But respond to the situation to the best that you can do, and your mind will guide you. When you will think कि हाँ मुझे respond करना है, मुझे react नहीं करना है, then धीरे धीरे that will become your new habit. So just try responding to small things, and it will start happening. It's not so difficult. And of course, acknowledge your fear, as Nisha mentioned. That's very important.
I would like.
There's a very nice book, and iska jo title hai, that says everything. Have the fear, do it anyway. So fear hai to hai, but do it anyway.
रेखा जी, मैं आपको एक एग्जाम्पल, sorry, complete. The name of the book.
Yeah, the name of the book. तो इसका मतलब है fear है, ठीक है, don't fight it, but do it. Whatever you have to do it, still do it.
Okay.
Rekha ji, you can work on your profession also. Sitting inside the house also, you can think about how you will promote your work. जैसे ही unlockdown
होता है तो आप अपने वर्क को कैसे ज्यादा प्रमोट करोगे एंड हाउ यू विल फेस द न्यू कंपटीशन, उसके बारे में भी आप सोच सकते हो. तो ये ऑटोमेटिक जो डर है वो अपने आप निकल जाएगा आपके दिल से. थिंक अबाउट थिंग्स व्हिच मेक यू हैप्पी, दैट्स इट. और ओपन योर हनीमून एल्बम एंड जस्ट go through it 3-4 times. That's the best thing. You'll enjoy.
This one is good. So any other question? Any other question? Anybody? You can write on the chat box. Anybody? Any question? So till then, let me also share one thing, that many of you know that we had our We event on 18th of March, and suddenly we had to cancel our event on 16th of March, just 2 days before the event, and everything was booked. My event, my hotel, it was an award function, so awards and everything, media, everything was booked. I was actually completely depressed, completely, let me tell you that my experience, I was really depressed after that. For a month, in the month of April, I was, actually I was taking rest after a long time. I was completely on rest. I didn't do anything. But from again, while taking rest, I again got up. I motivated myself and started with, we did webinars, as you know, 6 webinars in the month of May, and now there are a lot of webinars coming in. So every week, at least minimum 2 to 3 webinars and panel discussions and business opportunities we are doing. We are networking meet. We have an all India networking meet as well. So we are also coming up next week, the 21st International Yoga Day. Last 2 years we did offline, but this time we will be doing online International Yoga Day. So please be there for that. 20th we have on stress management. This Sunday, don't miss out on Sunday's twin webinar. That is alternative business opportunity and success through goal setting. So again, by one of our we member. So any more questions? I'm not seeing any question. So
Chaitali, if you have time, I just want to tell you that we can use this log. We've been just talking about how do we not get depressed, how our business or job have they've just gone down, so we are depressed about it. Let's see the other angle. That is what we can do, is what our passion is. If you do your SWOT analysis and you find out what your strength is, and something is what you love doing, and something what your passion, make a log of it at one side. And second, you see how the world needs that, and the world is ready to pay for it. So you can have an intersection of this, and if you put that activity, that could be a very good entrepreneurial activity. Because if you do just love, passion, this is my love, this is my passion, and you just go ahead with it, but you don't get paid for it, then it's not sustainable. But suppose you get paid for it and the world actually requires it, and there's a niche required in the world, and you have those strengths, put the two together, and then that entrepreneurial venture could be a success, much more than what your present entrepreneurial venture is. And you'll enjoy it much more. I feel I've done that actually. I've experimented.
Very true. Very true.
Chaitali,
yes.
Hello everyone. It was super panel speaking session today. I have been.
Let me tell you, Vaishali. She is our We Head Kolkata.
Hi, Vaishali.
Nice to see you again, Vaishali.
Nice to see all of you.
Yeah, thanks,
I have
Vaishali.
been just reading your names. I have been just seeing all your names on all the WhatsApp groups, and it was such a pleasure to see you all live and speaking such positive words. There is one suggestion I would like to make to all the healers or all the panel speakers. We could have one session with each of you, doing any session with everyone, which is need of the time.
Absolutely.
Where everyone is into depression, where
Anytime.
everyone needs some motivation. I think so, Chaitali, we can work it out if we can work it out sometime.
Our pleasure.
I'm ready with my
I'm also ready.
Genda Full song. The Badsha, the new Badsha and Jacqueline
Wow.
choreography.
Yeah, dance therapy.
Start with that.
Before that, we have come by.
Then you don't need depression sessions. Let her only take all the sessions.
That would also be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. We have one more question from Jyoti Naik. She is asking how to handle rejections.
So shall I answer that?
Yeah.
Rejections, very simple to handle. The person whom you feel is rejecting you, you're trying to, just take an approval of that person. Your happiness should be from your inside. It should not depend upon any external person or any external circumstance. So stop making that person responsible for your happiness. Your happiness should come from your soul, from what you are. Who am I? You have to spend this time to introspect that. Secondly, if he's rejecting you still, and you still cannot, disassociate yourself with that, just put yourself as a third person, as a distant observer. Don't think it's you, just think it's your body who's, and then observe it from a distance, put yourself into his shoes and just say it is his point of view. That's all about it. I am not being rejected. That is his point of view. You have to do that. It's very easy.
I'd like to maybe add one more thing to what you said, Seema, is that rejection is also another way of looking at it. It can be an opportunity.
Yeah,
when they say God shuts one door, another one opens. So maybe if you're rejected from one specific opportunity or chance, and I know this is obviously always easier said than done, but I've experienced that in my own life as well. We all have through this virus period. One door is closing. I know, high five, another door will open. So hang in there. It's not good until it's the end. It's not the end until it's good. Sorry. There we go.
So to sum up, yes, we need to build our network, reach out more and more people, learn, upskill. Knowledge is like ocean, so keep on learning. Get new different ideas, create ideas. You get different views from various webinars, attend those webinars. There is no age for learning, so keep on learning. Try to get hear from various stories of different people. And yes, this is the new way. The webinars and this online is this completely new way. This is the roadway, this is the path, and we have to go with this flow. So I appeal to stay home, stay safe, stay safe. And before that, I would also like to thank each of the eminent panelists for your lovely session that you gave to us today. Thank you, lovely attendants today, for your time. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to attend Sunday's twin webinar on success through goal setting and alternative business opportunity. To know more about various upcoming webinars, you can WhatsApp me at 9867 210 670. I repeat, 9867 210 670. You can email me at wenclave@gmail.com or shreom.scs@gmail.com. I repeat, wenclave@gmail.com or shreom, shreom.scs@gmail.com. So those who are into business and want to enlist their products or services, join us at weonline.com. And I have also mentioned in the chat room about the various details. Before we end, we will have our V picture, and before that, there is appeal from each of our speakers. So they would like to appeal something to you.
Stay
right
home
from
and
Rupashri or
stay
anybody.
safe. Stay home and stay safe.
Thank you, Rupashri. Thank you, Rupashri. Yes,
Focus
Seema?
on your work. Try to create something new. I'm damn sure. Don't be afraid and don't get depressed. Enjoy. This is the best time of your life. Believe me, you'll never get this time back.
I would
So
say
enjoy.
be strong, stay vigilant. Prevention is better than cure. Stay home. Enjoy.
Enjoy the moment the
Stay
best you
home.
can.
Stay
I would say
home.
enjoy the moment the best you can. That's live in the present.
Yes,
Okay,
Nisha?
to be yeah.
No, I was about to say almost the exact same thing. Please stay home, stay safe, everyone. And yeah, look for the good. Find the positive and stay in
Find
the
the
moment.
positive.
Are we doing the picture?
Where Purnima? Purnima, where are you?
Oh, yes, yes.
I'm here.
Yeah, Purnima. An appeal.
Yeah, hi everyone. I would like to say that lockdown might have got over, but Corona is still there. So remember that, because I see many people as like they're moving everywhere and closely interacting. I know If you're so positive, then try to deal with it. Like, learn to deal with it. Be positive. But social distancing, hygiene, all this, whatever you learn during lockdown period, please continue. Anything you do, if you're on a consistent basis, only then you will get the better results. So.
I would like request everyone to please switch on your videos. I would like to take a click with this this
Logo.
Everybody please do
The
this. W. So please switch on your videos and let's have V. Minky, I can't see your video. Jyoti, Gypsy, please switch on your videos. Yes, thank you so much and stay home, stay safe. See you on Sunday at 5 o'clock. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you,
Bye.
Chaitali.
Bye,
Have a
all
very good
participants.
evening.
It was lovely hearing you all.
Really
Bye.
Same here.
Bye.
Same
Bye.
here. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Thank you all.
Bye, Shali.
Thank you. Nice meeting
Bye,
you all.
Chaitali dear. Bye.
Nice knowing you all.
Lovely speaking to you.
Thank you. Thank you.